Welcome to Mid Morning Live. And joining me on set is Priyanka Dani, who has represented Trinidad and Tobago internationally at archery meets. And it's something we don't hear about too often. So let's have a nice chat with Priyanka and find out what she's been doing. Welcome, Priyanka.
Thank you.
So tell us, because it's not a sport that is like out there. It's like really a little in the background.
Yeah.
So how long you've been doing it, and where have you been to represent Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, as you said, archery it's still a small sport, but it's growing. I actually started in 2012. That was the first time I ever did archery, and I just did it recreationally because my dad wanted me to try it, and I was like, you know what? I mean, I haven't been so big into sports, so I'll try something new. And I ended up stopping for a while because I had exams and all that. And in 2013, when I started back, my coach asked me to try the compound bow because I started off with recurve. And when I started, I fell in love with the sport, and ever since then, I've had a passion for it. And I never thought about shooting competition until I never even thought about the option or having, that opportunity or anything. So when he mentioned that, maybe I should just give it a try, we had the National Indoor Championships in 2014, and it was my first tournament, so I didn't really expect anything of it. And when I went, I ended up placing first, and I mean, I trained my life out before just because I didn't know what to expect.
Yes.
And I placed first, and that was the first time I broke a national record. And I kind of impressed everybody when I went. And well,
And it's
after
something you
that,
were only doing for 2 years.
yeah, well,
Well, not even 2 years
not even
because
2
you took a
years.
break,
Yeah,
right?
so just a few months actually, and I didn't have any experience because it was my first tournament.
Yeah.
And everybody was amazed, like, where did this girl come out from? And she's just been doing so good. And well, since I love this sport so much, and I realized I was doing good at competition, I decided to continue. And well, since then it's just been a few national tournaments, indoors, outdoors, at 18 meters, 50 meters. And then last year in 2015, we had the Southern Caribbean Championships. It's a regional tournament with involving countries, Martinique, St. Kitts and Nevis, Guadeloupe, and Barbados, as well as Trinidad and Tobago. And last year, we hosted that tournament home here.
Okay.
So it was easier for the Archery Federation to select more people as it was right here. So we had our qualifiers, and I made the score, and I was selected to be on the team. And that was the first time I took part in a regional tournament. And of course, well, I hadn't traveled as yet or anything. I hadn't shot abroad. And it was actually a bit nerve-wracking for me because it was a lot of people that I hadn't met before, people from foreign countries, and I ended up placing first in that as well. It was a 4-day tournament. We had different tournaments within the tournament, so it was like different types of tournament, different distances and stuff. And I came out of the 3 days. Out of the 4 days. I came first on 3 of the tournaments, and I came second on 1. And well, in archery, we have categories based on ages. So I'm 19, so I'm a junior. But because there are no other junior compound female archers, I take part as a senior in most of my tournaments.
Okay.
So I shoot against older, usually more experienced archers than myself. And it was extra satisfying to know that I took part in a tournament against older, more experienced archers, and I still came first.
Right.
So since 2014, I've been shooting as a senior. And well, I just shoot as a junior because it's my
So
category.
since you're 17, you're shooting as a
Yeah.
senior. So, okay, you never did any other sport. So this is just like the first thing you picked up,
Yeah,
and you're excelling at it.
yeah,
But it looks very complicated, I must admit. And it looks to me that it takes a lot of concentration to be able to shoot properly.
yeah.
So definitely you have a steady hand
Yeah,
to hit your target
yeah.
and the concentration. So that's what it takes to really be a good archer.
And a lot of patience, because one of my biggest problems, especially in tournaments, is that if I lose my concentration for even a split second while I'm shooting, there's a chance that I could mess the entire shot up.
Correct.
And in a tournament, every single point counts, every shot counts. So if I mess up once or I mess up twice, personally, I get a little bit frustrated sometimes when I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. So that's why my coach is always telling me,
It takes a lot of
be
practice, yeah.
patient, be patient, don't get frustrated, because the minute I get frustrated, I'm going to be focusing more on the score than what I'm actually doing. So it takes a lot of patience as well.
Yeah, I would imagine so, but do you do a lot of practice? What's your practice hours like?
Well, usually for a national athlete or in any sport, especially somebody who wants to reach an international level, a lot of people recommend like 4 hours a day, 7 days, 6 days a week. But because I'm a full-time student at school, it's
Right.
very difficult to get that amount of time into training. So I'm actually a student at UWI right now, and I'm up there. I have classes Monday to Friday.
Right.
So before UWI, while I was still home, I used to go to school and come home in the evening and train, at
Okay.
least 2 hours a day. But now, well, now I'm actually off because exams have finished. I've finished my first year, so I'm home for the next couple of months. So I'm doing as much training as I can now. So I actually have a target at home, and I train in Central. So now that I have time, I train at least 4 days a week. I'm still trying to get it up to like 5, 6 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's as much as, well, right now I get in like 2 to 3 hours a day, 4 or
Okay.
5 days a week, yeah.
That's a lot. That's
Yeah,
still a
and
lot.
it's still actually supposed to be more if I want to get to the level that I want to, but I'm still learning as I go along.
So for the regional, it was a regional meet. It wasn't, you didn't go anywhere yet to shoot.
Well, this year we also had the same Southern Caribbean Championships, but this year Barbados hosted it. So in March, I was actually selected to be on a team to go to Barbados to
Okay.
represent. That was the first time I've ever traveled.
For this.
Yeah.
So the plan now is to get you out there.
Yeah, well, actually, since I'm on some vacation from school, I'm looking at hopefully getting some training from abroad. So I'm looking at maybe going away either June, July for a training program in the US somewhere
Okay.
with an international coach, hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's a big thing. I mean,
Yeah.
and as you say, the sport is growing.
But in Trinidad, it's still small, so we don't have as much facilities available for that kind of training. But in the States, I mean, they have it, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping to go away and get some training done.
Right. So you have a contact number that if anybody's interested in archery, they could
Yeah.
has a number.
Yeah, but I don't know that number offhand. If we go on if you could go on the Trinidad and Tobago Target Archery Federation website, and they have all the contact information for clubs around the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we take a break. When we come back, Priyanka will be showing us a little bit about. That's a huge bow. So what is it called?
A compound bow.
A compound bow.
Yeah.
So she'll be showing us how to hold it at least because we wouldn't want to shoot anybody in studio. So back in a minute.